Hello again, and welcome back to the Kotu Classic FPL podcast. Guys, it's been a while. It seems like we were on vacation this past few weeks. But yeah, there's a few factors that's causing that. Mainly, you blame football quality and ManU doing so poorly this season. So yeah, that's out of the way. So, Cham, how's it going?
Well, I'm good. Well, I'm good. I'm good. And partly because of Momar too as well.
Yeah, congrats
The
again, man.
boys,
Like I said, yeah, it's
the
not
boys.
easy, but yeah, well,
We-
it's not. Don't
Mhm.
make excuses for me, man. It's just blame Manu, blame Manchester
No,
for
no,
being
no, no, no.
poor.
I think I think I would take 50% of the blame, or even more.
Yeah,
Because
but it's
I think we only recorded one time since he was
I think
born.
once, yeah,
Only
since he was
once.
born, yes,
Yeah.
once,
So
yeah,
so I think he has played a huge part with Babu and all those things. But
yeah.
yeah.
The adjustment period, it's okay. It's just adjustment, So
And also
we
blame
understand.
Liverpool. Again, blame Liverpool. Yes, we are doing well. We are flying with the league, but also you can
Yeah.
blame us. You can blame Liverpool for their, poor run of form.
Hmm.
That kind of the also, you know that feeling. So we also share that feeling, despite having something good going on for us. But on the
Hmm.
other side of things, we have not been so happy with the way things
Yeah.
have been going.
I think
But
it's
yeah,
been
we get to that.
Yeah, I think since the PSG game, you guys just kind of lost form, and well, we'll talk about that in the fan corner, anyways. But yeah,
Definitely.
we're back and we're recording double game week 33 preview. So as we speak, obviously there's a game going. Game 32 is still on with Crystal Palace and Newcastle still to play. Those are the only two teams with double game week for this week. So yeah, as it stands, we'll talk about our teams right now. There's a lot that's happened, obviously. But yeah, we'll talk about a lot of things. And also, Chama is on wildcard. I've played my triple captain. I also wildcarded the game, a week before. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. And this is the final stretch. How many more games left? About what?
Like five, right?
Five
We are
more
in game. We are
games.
going 33, 33, 34,
Yeah,
35, 36, 38. Six
five
game
more
week.
games. Yeah, six game
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah. So yeah, there you have it. First things first. I think we can just skip some of the results this week
Yeah.
and we just go to your team since some of these games are still on. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do
How's your
that. Go
team?
to the team.
How's your game week looking like?
Let me just bring up my. Yeah, I played the wild card. It's not really, the best wild card I ever played. But
Hmm.
I'm currently on 40 points with six players to go, I believe. Yeah,
Oh
with
wow,
three
okay.
Newcastle and
Oh,
three Crystal
Chinyuka. Oh yeah,
Palace.
okay, okay.
Yeah, because of course I was on a wild card and they were on a double game week, so it only made
You
sense
have
to
to
have three
capitalize. Yeah,
to
yeah.
have three from each team. Yeah,
Hmm.
it wasn't a wild card to be honest that I give a proper thought on, but yeah, that's not an excuse. I think I still put out a strong team. I had
Hmm.
Pope in goal. He against United, of course, he conceded that goal. Now he has the Palace game to go. Munoz, he was close to getting an assist, but there was a slim offside there, and then the game ended up. They ended up conceding a couple of goals, and so he was on 0 point at the end of the end. I think he also got a yellow card. Guardiola, Man City, their struggles continue, but they did came back from that one.
Yeah, they
So
won. It was a 5-1? Was it 5-1 or 4-1? It
Five
was a
two,
good,
five
good,
two. They
good
were
game.
losing 2-0 at some point against
Oh
Palace, and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they were yeah.
oh, okay. Munoz did not actually get a card. He considered too many goals, 4 goals, 5 goals considered means it's a zero. Minus every 2 goals, of course, is a -1.
Yeah.
And then you have Trippier. I brought him in. Newcastle won against United, but they didn't keep the clean sheet, and Trippier wasn't involved in anything. My boy Minte, he continued to stay in my team. Like I said, the promise
To
I
the
made
end.
to him, I'm gonna keep him until the end.
To the
Yeah, I
end.
got it, and I
Yes.
kept him there. So Salah, I didn't captain Salah. I captain Eze. I captain Isaac
Isaac, yeah.
with double game week. Eze, I had him. He got his goal against City, and Saka. Even though I was not convinced he would start, but I just thought because Arsenal are going to double in the following game week, I might need him. So that's why I have Saka in there. Mateta, it was disappointing to see him go off at halftime. Marmus, since he came to my team, to be honest, he has been doing really well. And Isaac up top as the captain. So I still have the captain points to go with the double game week to go. Yeah, that was my game. 40 points. Currently, the game week rank is around 6 million and a wild card. So I'm on the average, bang on average. So Yeah, not great, but
It's a very
yeah. Let's see
they're
how
pretty
the
team.
rest of the game goes.
I have yeah. Hopefully, I don't. Looking at it again, like it's a good double, but then do you foresee a lot of goals in this game?
To be honest,
Crystal Palace, Newcastle. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's a difficult one to call. I
Mm-hmm.
can even I even think probably one of them will win. I'm not seeing a lot of goals, but one of them will win. And
Yeah,
if there is one team I was gonna back on this one,
Newcastle
since Newcastle they are playing at home, I will
at
back
home.
them.
Yeah, yeah.
They might score a few goals because they are usually very good at goal, and at home
Mm-hmm.
they usually score a lot of goals at home, with especially with Isaac leading the line.
Mm-hmm.
So they can score a lot, but I would not expect much from the Palace players.
Mm.
You're gonna have it from one side. You're not gonna have it from both sides.
From both sides,
If
like a 4-4
yeah,
or
mm, mm,
4-3 or something like that. But yeah.
exactly. And then if you look at my team, I have two Newcastle defenders and one Palace defenders. Whoever concedes and my attacker score,
Yeah, yeah. I
it's gonna
mean,
be
yeah,
it's gonna be
you can't
cancelled
have
out,
it both
right?
ways. Yeah, you
So
can't have it both ways.
yeah, it's these are the type of double games that you are not really,
Mm.
if you miss the first one, if you don't have big points on the first game where they did not play each other, then the second one you are just expecting like,
Yeah, yeah. One
something
of them. If you're
in between.
lucky, at least to get two of those, that actually
Yeah,
score big. Yeah.
exactly.
Um. Yeah, and then
So
I'll
you do.
share mine. I played triple captain. I mean, this is the first time in a while since I wildcarded in 30-31. So this is the first time in a long time that I've used my wildcard so late in the game. Like I usually like wildcarding around between game week 20 and let's say 25, 26. So
Mhm.
this is like 30 is like almost 7 games to go, and I decided to wildcard. I was like, because the teams are okay. It's not like I needed anybody like urgently that I had to wildcard and change my team. Because I didn't have the best team. I don't know. This season is a bit weird. It's not like it's like most of the players that did well, have been doing well, and they're not expensive. Like no KDB this this season. Son hasn't been doing well. It's mainly just Salah, who everybody has. Who else? Um, yeah, you like the Rogers. All these. Rogers is a mainstay in my team. He's been since he came in. He never left. But you can count the number of players that have been doing well this season, and they're not necessarily expensive. So yeah. Yeah,
Mhm. You on the
it's I guess
triple captain?
yeah, I just want the season to end. I mean, I like triple captaining Salah. So since Salah doesn't have any double game weeks, I might as well just captain the next best thing, who's kind of like
Mhm.
on form and who's also on a double. So my team Martinez with what 6 points, and then you have Munoz. With how many points? 0 points. He didn't do well, like you said. My team and your team are kind of similar. Guardiola, and then instead of
Mhm.
Trippier, I have Livramento with,
Liverpool.
with 2 points there. So Rogers, you have Minte instead. I have Rogers. Do you have Murphy? I don't think you have Murphy.
I have Rogers actually. He's on my bench. I don't have Murphy. I don't have
Okay.
Murphy. Yeah. So Minte instead of Murphy. Let's say that like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay.
I
All
have
right.
Rogers on the bench.
Okay. And then Murphy, who did well. I think even the last game when I wildcarded, he was the one that scored the 2 goals. Remember, so I actually benefited from that. And
Mhm.
Salah, obviously, with his 6 points. Eze, who you also have 7 points. Mateta, obviously, he had 1 point. Mamouche, and then Isak, triple captain with 15. So yeah, 56 points. I mean, not bad. Even though I triple captain, I was expecting more. But almost everybody owns Isak, and everybody captain him because he's on the double. So yeah, it's just like having how many points that did he have? 15 points, right? So maybe 5 points
Yeah.
more than the ones
Right,
that
yeah.
captain him. So not a lot, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Murphy,
I'll take it.
Murphy has been a surprise package this season for
Yeah, he's
Newcastle,
been he's
right?
been yeah. Since he's been on form, he's been consistent with it.
Yeah, he
And
scored a
this is
brace the previous game, right?
yeah, yeah,
If I'm
yeah.
not wrong.
He's got it. And the
Yeah.
good thing is that this guy is since he what's his name again? Gordon. Since Gordon went out there, he's been the one
Mm.
that has been
Step up.
taking the mantle. Yeah, he stepped up, so which is good at the right time too, because they needed to get into Europe, and they're doing well right now. They are
Yeah,
almost there.
they are
Yeah,
likely to go in, right? They are
yeah,
likely to finish in the top four.
they're almost there. So you know, it must be nice to beat them. You know, go back into the Champions League and stuff like that. But yeah, I think we'll just. What's your rank, by the way? I think I forgot to mention that.
My game,
I haven't checked for so long, so I don't even know
yeah,
what my rank.
yeah, it's similar here. I think I'm just outside the 1
Oh
million now.
man,
1.1 million.
Yeesh.
1.1 yeah, 1.1 million. Just bang on 1 million. 1 million.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah,
I was
at least
checking
I think
now.
the target should be to finish in the top 1 million this
Top 1
season.
million, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on around the same region for a while now. That's why I just kind of like lost hope. I was in between 700 to 600, you know.
Uh-huh.
Now it's like 5 something, but it's like I've been trying to for the last probably 10 game weeks. I've been trying to get in or get better, but it seems like it's around the same rank anyway. So I think now rank is out of the window. It's difficult to gain when everybody almost basically has the same team because the fixtures are out. But yeah, before we get into double game week 33 preview, let's just go to one of our favorite segments, which is the fan corner. The depressing
Yeah.
fan corner for one of us. No, I'm sure it's not you. So yeah. What's been
Well,
going
yeah,
on with Liverpool?
we had a big news coming we had a big news last Friday. So
Yeah. I think I heard about that. Well, let us know what's going on with Liverpool. Tell us everything.
the last time we recorded was when we talking about the PSG game, and then we have not played the League Cup final, and then we play one of the worst finals. So you can imagine. I think Newcastle completely dominated and deserved that win on that day. And then I think the other talking point for Liverpool was the contracts. The contract situation of the 3 players. Trent, I think the news emerged that Trent was going to Madrid, which for many is not a surprise.
Also, it's confirmed.
Not confirmed. And like I still feel there is still a chance that he stays at Liverpool. If memory serves me well, in the past, players like Steven Gerrard, they were into this position that Trent is in right now, and then they decided to change their mind. It's not like they did not say they were going, but they changed their mind in the end and realized, okay, this is my club, and then stay. So I know Trent. There's discussions with Madrid and all those things. All those things have taken place, and definitely, if they agree terms and all that, they have to inform Liverpool, which has not been done yet. So even if it's a free transfer, he's gonna be leaving. They have to inform the club that they have agreed terms that Trent is going, but that has not been the case yet. Nothing has been announced on that aspect. So I still believe there is a slim hope, there's slim chance that he stays at Liverpool for the fact that he's a boy from Liverpool. He's a boyhood Liverpool player. And last week Friday, like I say, Salah, which was the big one, Salah and Van Dijk. Van Dijk has not been confirmed yet. I expect it to be this Friday. I think they did not want to do it at the same time. They wanted to give each player their own moment, to have their own time. You know what I mean? So Salah did the one last Friday. So this coming Friday, I will expect something from Van Dijk. I will expect Van Dijk to sign his deal, which means we have we signed 2 of the 3 players who were they have been the best players for Liverpool this season. Again, I believe you cannot even Trent. At the end of the season, I'm sure he will be the best player. Like, he's going to be in the team of the season. Van Dijk, obviously, he's going to be there. Salah, he's going to be the player of the season. So these players have been the best performing players for Liverpool. So it was crazy to see all 3 of them have been in this situation where their contract will end at the same time at the end of the season, and there was nothing, going on. Of course, the new next day sporting director and all those people, they inherited this problem. It was not their problem, but they had to be they were tasked to solve the problem, which was very difficult. So I blame the club at some point, at some level. I blame the outgoing manager, club, my former manager as well, for this happening, to be honest. But I think many people, if you ask them, the 2 you would rather have to keep would have been Van Dijk and Salah because of their impact on the club. But for me, I still have to put Trent on top on those 2 personally because of his.
If you look at age-wise and what he can give you, I think Trent should be one of them. Yeah. Definitely.
Exactly, he should be exactly. Man, for me, that's why I'm always looking at what can they give you in the future. I still believe Salah will give us a lot. I still believe Van Dijk will give us a lot.
Here's the thing, though.
But
Like, people don't realize, like, once you're past 30 for a player, whatever you get is a blessing. Because, like,
exactly,
the drop off, you cannot calculate it. Doesn't matter
it
how
can
fit
happen
Salah
anytime.
is.
Yeah.
It can. Thank you. It can happen anytime. You can see Salah play one game, this game, and he looks phenomenal. Next game, you're wondering what happened to Salah? Is he injured? Like, it doesn't. There's no there are no warning signs. Basically, the pace just goes off. But he's doing a pretty good job. But you don't expect much from him from now. You just hope that maybe between now and, like, until his contract runs again, this new contract is signing, like, he will be at the same level. That's what you hope for. Van Dijk,
Exactly, that's the hope.
With defenders, it's better, I think, but maybe the pace
yeah.
will not be there. So he has to use more of his brain and then try
And
to
that's what
gauge those things.
that's how he play actually. He don't try to get into battles and all these things. He just try to dictate, use his experience, and then try to organize very well. And the more you grow, I believe the better organizer you will become as a defender, more experience you get. So I don't think he rely on pace, of even though he has the pace to use it sometimes if he needs to, but he don't rely on that as a defender.
Too much,
which is a
no
good
risk.
thing for him.
Yeah, no risk there. No risk.
Exactly. So maybe the worries we have is injuries and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. One thing you guys need to make sure they do, though, before these people's new contract runs out, is to try and find somebody who's going to be the understudy to these two players. If you don't do it, like they didn't do it before, if they don't do it now, that means it's their fault. You need to sign a player who Salah can, like, actually guide into being his replacement, or at least learn a lot of things from him. Somebody who can take his place, basically.
This is why I wanted. This is why last year I was saying that we should go for my boy Minte, even though it might have been looked at as a bias.
Maybe too early,
yeah. But because he had work under the coach, and then he has the potential to be a top player, so I think he could have been a good understudy. Like this season, he have a decent season at Brighton
for his first season,
for his first year, but it's not just consistent because this is his first year playing in the Premier League. First Gambian to play this amount of games in the Premier League, like in a season. So it was not easy on him, but still everybody can see this boy is a problem. He can be a problem for defenders. He can be a problem for teams. Manchester United have seen that. Chelsea have seen that. Tottenham Hotspur, even Arsenal, when he played against those big teams, he put in some decent performance. The only thing was maybe when he played against the lesser teams, he was not getting to those levels that you would expect from him.
Consistency, yeah.
Exactly, the consistency was lacking, but hopefully that will come with time, and that's why I believe this would have been a good transition scene for him, learning under Salah and growing to become something else. But again, the move to Brighton was absolutely very, very good. But going back to Salah, I think for me. Of the three, I think his is the one that hasn't surprised me at all, because of, like I always tell you about, he's somebody who has his records on his head all the time. I know people keep saying, okay, Salah maybe he signed a 2 years contract, he might not be able to break the record in the Premier League. But if somebody could get into his head right now, I'm sure he's thinking, oh, if I get here 2 years, and then I am just about 60-70 goals behind Alan Sierra. If I repeat what I did this season,
he can, he can. Of course, definitely.
I'll be 20 away from Alan Sierra. And if I sign another extra contract, then I might be eventually I will be the all-time leading goal scorer in the Premier. These are the kind of ways he thinks. Even though nowadays he is more mature, he don't talk like that. But the reason why I know this is because of when he was a much younger player, the way he used to talk about these things, but now he's trying to be a little bit more of the mature, the big head guy, but still that mentality is still in his head that I want to break this record. That's why for Liverpool, the way I relaxed about his situation, they thought he would stay, and then
because they knew that was his target to break the record. So maybe that's what they had there. That was that was their bargaining chip.
So that's why they are more relaxed. And Van Dijk, of course, for him, maybe it was because of his, where is he gonna go, he's getting to a family and all those kind of things. So the trend one was the one that everybody was a little bit shaky about, and it turns out that he's the one closest to moving out of Liverpool. It will be really sad, to be honest, as a local. The club is doing well, and and then you decided to give your back to the club. I think so. From the perspective of the fans, the local fans, like you can understand their frustration why this guy want to do this. Understand? But of course, maybe he want another challenge.
It's
Real
possible, yeah.
Madrid.
That's his goal, Like it's not easy. If Real comes calling, man, like it's a big club. Like imagine being this young and then you going there and then being successful also. Like it really adds to your legacy. You know what I mean? Maybe the fans now they might be angry now, but if he goes and becomes a bigger player in a much wider like scale, obviously we all know Real is one of the biggest clubs in the world. Anyways, like
but for him, I don't think Liverpool fans can ever. They
won't forgive him.
Like it's similar to Michael. It's similar to Michael Owen, but Michael Owen, the reason why it escalated, similar to Michael Owen, similar to McManaman. All these players were top players at Liverpool, and then even McManaman, I think he was a local, and then they went to Real Madrid. Understand? But they are not viewed as that local anymore at Liverpool. Especially Michael Owen. If you hear Michael Owen talk about going back to Liverpool, but for him, I think it has been escalated by going to Manchester United. That is the one.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah,
he got to those levels. But if you listen to him talk right now, he is unwanted there. Like he cannot even join the legendary games, and because nobody is interested in Michael Owen at Liverpool. And then he tried to make up for that with the fans and telling them. I even called Carragher when I was at Madrid to go back to Liverpool, but Benitez did not want to sign me. Like Trent is gonna, because his legendary status is really on the line for him. If that is important to him, I think he have to be conscious. That's why I feel that he might, because and the difference between Owen and Gerrard, for example, and McManaman was. When these players were leaving Liverpool was not one of the best clubs in the country.
It wasn't.
The best clubs in the
struggling.
Yes, we were eliminated in the Champions League, but prior to our elimination, everybody was thinking Liverpool will win the Champions League because everybody was thinking Liverpool were the favorites, and they were even given the favorite start. So he's leaving a very good Liverpool team, where he's gonna eventually be the captain for that team. So why? As a local, this is my club, this is your club. So that's why the locals, they cannot understand him making this up. But for me personally, I don't have any problem with it. If he like I will still follow him if he goes to Real Madrid, and because I still think he's an exceptional talent, because some things he have as a footballer, he's only Trent that have it. So you cannot even replace him at Liverpool. Maybe you can try to bring something to replace him, like change the system around to account for his for his qualities. But to be honest, he's very difficult to replace as a player, because he's unique as a player. You cannot tell me there's another Trent Alexander-Arnold out there that you can get to come and do what he's doing. Yeah. But the other thing I want is the league title, because it's 2 games to go, right? 2 games to go, which means this weekend Liverpool can win the league. This weekend, as early as
if
Arsenal lose and Liverpool wins, that's the league title done.
So boring, man. Like, it's a bit boring.
This is why I don't have the I don't have the feeling for watching the game.
We're usually like following the league until the last day. Where you're watching all the games. Okay, who scored? You know what? It's already done. Arsenal, man. they're not really a really good challenger of a team. It's very annoying. Like if it's another team, but Arsenal. Anyways,
let's go to United, and I will put you on the screen. Let me just set this out.
Yeah, not much to talk about. I don't want to dwell and actually have like what do you call it again? Depressing moment. Like, so what I'm doing right now is just try to stay away from United content as much as possible. That's my goal right now. But like, unsurprisingly, we lost 4-1 against Newcastle in the last game. Individual errors again, but the coach prioritized Europa, so I think most of the players did not play. Most of our key players did not start, basically. And then to make matters worse, we got an injury to Xerxes, who might be out for the rest of the season, who we need on Thursday, because our main striker, has been exceptionally poor. To be fair to him, I don't want to be unfair. You can't sign a 21-year or 20-year-old striker and you expect him to shoulder all the burden of a big team like Manchester and being their main striker, and with nobody to look up to. Like that's it shouldn't have happened. Basically, it's a bit unfair to him. But he did well in his first season, and this second season syndrome is it's exceptional. I've never seen it before, you know. But yeah, Zexi is now injured. Now we are now looking towards the Europa League return leg against Lyon at home to see if we can like try and make it to the finals and then win the cup. If we win the cup and we end up going to Champions League, which is good for us in terms of like the money that we're going to get, because that's the main thing. We can't, PSR is a big issue for us. We can't really spend what we don't have. And we need to sign players. We need to sell, to buy, and we need a lot of changes in the team. And a lot of all these players are like their terms are up, like Lindelof, Ericsson. You know, a lot of these players are going anyways. Their contract is not being renewed. So yeah, the coach, man, is difficult to defend him because it seems like he took a team that was doing poorly under Ten Hag, and now the team is worse. But in another way, if you look at it objectively, you can say that he has a specific style of play, and he needs specialists in that team that he's actually playing. You can't. It's not that flexible. Like he's going to take these players and then turn them into something else, and try to make do with what he has. He's doing the best that he can with what he has, and we all know from this season that our squad is poor. There's one or two quality. The main person that you can say is like quality carrying his team on his back is Fernandez. The rest, God knows. May God help us. So right now, as a ManU fan, personally, I just want the season to end so we can start the preseason. At least that gives us hope, because if you see your team playing and it's preseason, right, you start being hopeful. Oh man, okay, next season is going to be this. You start seeing some signings. You see players. It gives you hope. But right now, as it is with the season, it's one of the worst seasons I've ever seen as a ManU fan in my lifetime. Honestly. Wow. So yeah, I just want it to end. Just want it to end, so that we can stop complaining every week.
How about the signings? I've not watched United.
We've identified. There are two main ones I can say that like these ones are like confirmed. Just Mateus Cunha, Wolves.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so he has a release clause at about 60 million pounds, and I think he seemed to like Manchester because he supports Manchester, and I think they need to get him because they are looking at getting also the lap from Ipswich. The lap, in a way, to me, is kind of like same boat as Haaland, but only he has Premier League experience, and he's a good player. But you can't sign two young players and then expect them to shoulder the burden. So, but Cunha is pretty experienced, and he's a good goal scorer, and he fits our system very well in that left hand. So, if they get two of those players, the lap Cunha, you understand? If they get maybe another midfielder, like somebody, that guy that's in Atlanta, I forgot the midfield. Because we need a midfielder. We definitely need a good midfielder. Sorry?
What's his name? Emerson.
Yes, Ederson. If we have him as we need a midfielder. If we have him, that's three, and we have let's say maybe a right wing back, because we need a right wing back. But Della has been doing well recently, so when right wing back, and then this thing is going to be controversial, but we need a keeper because bro.
That is on the headlines again.
Last week I had to apologize to one of my friends on Twitter. I was like, man, I'm sorry. Like you were right, because from the beginning he said that this guy is not good. You guys will see, because he's fundamentals, man. And it's so sad because he's African. Like, we should be proud of celebrating him. Oh man, an African is he's the number one keeper in Manchester. But bro, he's in the headlines for the wrong reasons. Why would you?
He studies in the name of Africa, because everybody keeps saying, "Can you name me one good goalkeeper from Africa?"
I mean,
and still, to be honest, there is not one convincing.
Here's the thing, right? You are in the Europa League. Number one, your team, Manchester, is not doing well domestically. In the Europa League, maybe you can say, fine, we are okay. But why would you go and pick a fight with the team that you're about to play? And to be honest, he's been doing okay until now. Maybe we were quiet about it, or maybe we are not scoring too many goals, and he's been okay. He's been shaky. He started well this season, and then next thing you know, he had a few errors, and then he was okay. He's not exceptional, but it's the errors. They used to make errors, then they didn't really lead to goal necessarily, but also the team were scoring, and they would he wouldn't be the sole reason why we lose games. This guy went and go and pick a fight with Matic and then exchange words. Next thing you know, you have the worst game. Like you can't do that. Just keep quiet, keep your head down. Even if he didn't say anything and we had let's say made those two errors. I don't think the backlash should be this much. But because you are the one that said something and you didn't back it up, now everybody's looking at you as you are the one to blame. Even though the other players
what was it that he said? What was it that he said? I know what the to
be honest, I don't really recall per se. I think he was saying that our team is better than their team, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matic said that, oh, well, look at you, went to the press conference, said that he's the worst keeper you've ever had, blah, blah, blah. He also went back on Twitter again and also said that, well, yes, he's not disrespecting the Leon team, but at least he can show that he won a cup with Manchester United. Like all this, you don't need to do that. Mm-hmm. Just let the thing speak for itself.
A bit too arrogant, right?
Yeah, it's a bit arrogant, man. You don't need to do that. Just put your head down, play. But if your team was like Liverpool right now, about to win the league, and you're flying, and you're there. You can say whatever you want to say. Nobody is going to bat an eye with that. But it's because we are poor, and where we are, we're having one of the worst seasons ever. You don't want to be associated with that. Just keep it moving. So I was so pissed, man. I was pissed because all of us could see it coming, But that ends at the fan corner. We don't want to spend too much time on this.
We have a good goal for sale.
We don't. To be honest. If you're gonna spend money on a keeper, I want us to get a keeper that's like really good fundamentals, and we don't want to spend too much money on it. We don't want to buy a 40-50 million keeper.
Who do you say?
Trafford. This guy is a Trafford. Is it Burnley?
Burnley. Yeah,
somebody's guy. Yeah, I mean, the keeper that is reliable. We don't need an exceptional because. Where we are right now, we can't spend most of our budget on a keeper like another 40 million.
You guys have a thin budget. I think Liverpool will have a big transfer window because last summer we did not spend anything.
You guys didn't spend money, So
we only bought Chiesa. So I think 2 transfer windows we did not spend. So I think I'm expecting
to go big.
I've had talks of Isaac. Isaac is somebody.
You guys should get Isaac, man. I think Isaac but they're going to qualify for Champions League, though. And
if they qualify, it will be difficult, right? If they qualify,
he might not qualify.
Again, he might be an option, but he's too expensive. I feel it's going to be
100 million.
100 million.
I don't think it was 150. I don't think so. But anything like 100 plus, you'll get 100 million pounds.
But he has a contract until 2027, right? So 2 years left on his contract. So this year is very critical for them because if he don't sign, and if he stays and then he's not signing. Then next year is going to be a 1 year contract, and that is what we had this situation with Trent, where he said now he just holds his hands.
Yeah, he can go, and you don't want him to go for free, so they might force him to sign. Yeah.
So if you don't sign this summer, I think Newcastle might have to be forced to make a deal
to sell him.
Yeah.
So back to FPL. It's been a long one.
Let's go back,
guys. Sorry for ManU venting. Let's take it back to FPL. So double game week 33 preview. I think I'll just show. Sorry about that. I was meant to add this one, so we can. What's going on here? Current fixtures. Yeah, I was supposed to add this one so we can share it, but it seems not coming on. But current fixtures. So we have let me see what's going on.
This one.
No, it's actually this one. There you go. Yeah. So game week 33, we have Crystal Palace. They have a double game week. Man City they have a double game week. Aston Villa and then Arsenal. So 4 teams have double game weeks. So this is this is one of the last big double game weeks possibly before the season ends. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to play chips. Bench boost. I don't know about triple captain, but then I think bench boost is going to be one of a very popular chip. Also, even free hit, you might possibly want a free hit there. If you didn't wildcard, in these past 2 game weeks, you might want a free hit. But let's look at the fixtures. So Crystal Palace play Bournemouth, Arsenal. Newcastle play Aston Villa. Man City play Everton, Aston Villa. Aston Villa play Newcastle, Man City, and then Arsenal play Ipswich, Crystal Palace. Then Bournemouth plays Crystal Palace. Tottenham play Nottingham Forest, Wolves, ManU, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham obviously. West Ham, Southampton, Liverpool, Leicester, Chelsea, Fulham, Brighton, Brentford, Ipswich, Arsenal. I think I already mentioned that, and Leicester, Liverpool, and then Southampton, West Ham. So
yeah.
These are the games that we have. Do you see any of these games where you think it's possibly that we can target? Apart from Ipswich Ipswich, they haven't been relegated yet, right? So this Southampton.
No, if you haven't been, Southampton have gone.
They might have something to play for. Actually.
Yeah. So, but I think they will go because of the way the table is looking. But of course, they are fighting. They are fighting. I think they fought very well over the last.
They drew with Chelsea. Yeah, they drew with Chelsea too.
Yeah, they drew 2-2 with Chelsea. They could have won that game. They could have won that game. Yeah. But so
quickly, there's a clause for Delap, the striker is supposed to get. If they relegate, his price is 40 million, but if they get relegated, he drops down 30 million pounds.
30 million. Wow, that's.
We're hoping they get relegated so we can buy.
The only challenge you may have there is Manchester City, right? But I don't think Manchester City will sign him.
Nah, they don't want it. They have a resign clause, but they don't. I don't think.
Yeah, but you know the thing is, I have seen this happen. You know, you have a buyback clause in a player, and then you know this player is gonna like double in his price because of the season he have. You sign him and then you sell him immediately. So
I don't think. Man City haven't been doing that. I don't think they're in.
No, because they have not been in that situation where they have the player where they have sent a player on loan and then the player have turned into a 60-70 million player. They will just buy him back for 30 million because they have a buyback.
They have Sancho, so they could have done that with Sancho, but they never wanted him. I don't think they like wasting these players' time. But he was also the resign clause also has. It's also up to the player himself if he wants to go back to Man City, right?
Usually the club has the buyback clause. They have the obligation or the force option. Understand? Okay. So if any club want to sign him, if any club want to buy the player, the club can match or can like they have a buyback like clause before that is there, they will take that. But sometimes they have a sell on clause too. So if the player is to another club, they will get some percentage of
some percentage there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will see. I'm excited about the transfer window. So we'll see. That's the hope. That's the only thing you can hope for with how poor of a season that we've had. But yeah, which other fixture do you think we should look at before we jump in?
I think Arsenal have a nice two fixtures. But
nice double Ipswich, Crystal Palace. But Arsenal don't have anything to play for. That's the thing. I don't think they have anything.
That's the thing. They don't have anything to play for. So
you know,
like I would not be surprised if the league is finished by game week 33.
Yeah.
Even though they have a good fixture, because Crystal Palace can cause a problem for them. So, for example, Ipswich, maybe they might win Ipswich, but maybe Crystal Palace can be difficult, even though it's at home. Because Crystal Palace, they are a team that is very sneaky when they play away from these big teams. They can cause problems there. So, if Liverpool win,
their away form has been really good. I heard apparently.
Yeah, their away form has been really, really good. Exactly. So, I will not be surprised if it ends this week. But I think Arsenal they have the good fixtures. Man City too, not bad. They are fighting for the Champions League spot. So
KDB is back. He got double-digit return last game.
But everything is difficult, right? And Aston Villa is
the
doubles are not that great, right? The doubles are not the best.
Yeah, it's not the best doubles. Yeah, to be honest, to take advantage. But it's the last one. It's the last big one. I think so.
The last big one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the last big one. If you look at it, so yeah, we need to.
From that point,
we capitalize on that. Any other like single fixture? Liverpool, Leicester, maybe no.
Maybe Liverpool, Leicester, but Liverpool have not been flying. So
definitely
Southampton, maybe West Ham, because a couple of players from West Ham have been, really decent. That is Kudus and the other guy, Bowen.
Bowen, yeah.
So those two players, if you want to go there, especially Bowen, I think he's a good pick. And then they have double game week in game week 20, double game week 38, 36. They might have a double as well. So
Chelsea, who are trying to qualify also for the Champions League, are playing Fulham. Fulham is not a difficult, it's not an easy team to
Fulham is difficult this season, huh?
Yeah, they're difficult. But then, like, I'm trying to look at these teams that have something to play for. That try to qualify for Champions League, because the rest, I think, from now on are going to be the ones that haven't been relegated are going to be on the beach. Even ManU, we are already on the beach because we prioritize the Europa. Against Newcastle. Anyways, there's nothing for us to play for. So yeah, you can tell. So at least. And then 34, which we'll talk about in the next episode. We have a mini blank, and there's another bigger blank in 37, which is like the biggest blank.
Possible big blank, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the FA Cup. This depends on the FA Cup result.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah. FA Cup, yeah. What does your draft look like for 33?
Let me go back to my team. Yeah, that is my team. I'm proud to bench boost. I have 3 free transfers, but I have Pope in goal for now. I have Munoz, Gvardiol, and Trippier, Minte, Salah, Saka, and Eze. And then you have the attacking trio, I think, that everyone have. That is Mateta, Marmoush, and Isaac. And then in the bench you have Martinez, who doubles, Rogers, who doubles, Digne, who doubles, and Rico Lewis, who also doubles for City. So basically, I'm gonna have about 10 to 11 doublers and a few single game players. So yeah, I think it's good for bench boost. I can even bring in 2 or 3 players because I have the transfers in my pocket to get more doublers if it is necessary. But I don't think like the doublers are that exciting. Arsenal, who will you go for other than Saka? Arsenal, who would you go for other than Saka? And then you look at the other teams that are doubling. Aston Villa, I already have the 3. Newcastle, I already have the 3. City, I have the 3. So yeah, I think I covered all the double game weekers, except Arsenal. So yeah, I don't think it's a team that you wanna.
Maybe you can get like Trippier out for somebody who also doubles. I don't know who would that be.
Now it's got to be an Arsenal defender.
Saliba,
because
maybe?
I got 3 Palace, I got 3 City, I got 3 Newcastle. So the 4 teams that double is an Arsenal.
Newcastle
so
doesn't double, do they?
No, Newcastle don't double. But
yeah, they have it's a difficult fixture too. So yeah,
they have a good fixture after the double. So that's why the Newcastle players you wanna keep them because they play Ipswich after the Aston Villa game. They play Ipswich at home, so that's a good fixture. So you don't want to sell them now, and then Ipswich come in and then blank. And then you, for example, I'm selling it for Arsenal player. Arsenal will blank in the next game week. So and then you will need. So basically, like it's almost the same because you're gonna have the player next game week, or you're gonna have the Arsenal players double game week this week. So. And to be honest, Arsenal at this moment, they are not. Maybe goalkeeper. Maybe I can go for the goalkeeper because in the next game week I will have a playing goalkeeper in Martinez, who Aston Villa. No, Aston Villa also blank. So if I go to Arsenal as a, then I will not have a goalkeeper in the next game week. So Pope is important too because I will need him for the blank game week because Newcastle will have a fixture. You see.
Is Digne a starter in the team or is he always benched?
Yeah, he's a troll. He's a troll in FPL. Big troll.
And I saw he was benched. I was like, did I make a mistake?
But he's a starter. Because he starts their Champions League game. So maybe because they had the Champions League coming in midweek and stuff, so they had to rest it.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's a starter in the team.
Because even today against PSG, he came. Did he start?
I don't know. I don't
think he started. I saw. I'm not sure. I think.
Yeah, but more often than not,
he starts. Okay.
More often than not, he's a starter.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's their first choice left back, but it's very close. It's different from saying Trent is the first choice right back at Liverpool. Always he will play because it's not close between him and Bradley. Whenever Trent is fit, Trent plays almost all the time. But Digne is very, very close to being he's the first choice, but he's not like, let's say 90% the
outrightly
yeah.
Okay. Let me look. Let's look at my team.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
yeah. You can add it.
There we go. Finally. So Martinez. I think you also have Martinez, Munoz, Gvardiol, Livramento, Rogers, Murphy, Salah, Eze, Mateta, Marmoush, Isaac. So basically, it's a very similar team. The bench is where it gets interesting. Obviously, I have Areola against Southampton. I have Saka, I have Dean, and then Saliba. So yeah, I don't know which changes to make because I'm going to play the bench boost into 34 anyway, so it doesn't matter, honestly, for me. I just want to maximize this game week.
Yeah, Dinya started. I just confirmed. He started the game.
He started,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 34, Newcastle, they have Ipswich, so they have a fixture there. So I don't know if I need to, who do I take out? That's my thing now. Let me see.
You are not bench boosting. You are not bench boosting, right? Are you?
I am. Most likely going to bench boost this week. Yeah,
so currently you have 3 Palace, right? 3 Palace, 3 Aston
Newcastle.
3
Aston Villa, I have 3. Yeah, I have 3 Aston Villa too as well.
3 Villa.
And 2
Arsenal. 2 Arsenal. And the other team that doubled is Man City. You don't have any. You have 2 Man Cities. Yeah.
I have 2 Man City. I have
so you can add another Man City if you want, or you can add another Arsenal, which I don't think is necessary in my opinion.
Necessary, yeah. Well, who do I take out? I can't really take out anybody because all of these double. I mean, for the next game, maybe for 34, maybe. But for now, I think
all of them will be important for the next game. Especially the Newcastle players, they will be important for the next game week. So you don't want to sell them now. Yeah. I don't see anything to change in your team, to be honest.
Captaincy, who's your captaincy? I think I forgot to ask you that.
It's the double game week. So I'm thinking Saka. I think he will start because it depends on Arsenal in the Champions League, though.
It depends on the Champions League, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the Champions League. But I think they will qualify, to be honest. I think I even tipped them. When I saw Real Madrid play this season, I even tipped Arsenal to have better of them.
Did you see all the scare tactics in Real Madrid?
Yeah, they're just. But I think Arsenal will manage it because they are very good when it comes to controlling possession, and they have good midfielders.
Yeah.
And this game needs that. So if they make Real Madrid to chase the ball a lot, I think it will be easy.
But we all know that Arsenal is very good defensively before anything else. So I don't know why Real Madrid are getting this idea that they're going to run through Arsenal. They forgot Arsenal is very defensive.
This is football. This is football. You have to make yourself believe, especially Real Madrid, because now they have to use all their history tactics just to intimidate Arsenal. That's what they are doing right now. Like closing the stadium, everybody talking, Real Madrid fans, remontada, everywhere you go, they are talking about these things. That is what you expect because they have to throw everything. They have to throw everything they get to turn this around.
If their team was as good as the past few years, but the team is not balanced, and we all know this.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's possible. Real Madrid, though.
But it's real.
If there's anybody that can do it, it's them. So yeah,
it's them. Definitely.
You can give them that. On their day. But yeah, captaincy, I think Saka is a good shout. Mamouche is a good shout. So I think it's between
Mamouche has been good, yeah.
I don't think,
and he will start. He will lead the line, right?
I think Haaland is going to be injured for the rest of the season. So
yeah, he's out for
either Mamouche or Saka. But Saka for me is number 1. But it depends on what happens in the Champions League, like you said. So yeah, that's that. That's it's good going through all these things. It's not only recording, but it's also brainstorming through FPL because it's been a while since I brainstorm. I will just get up, make a move, and then
make a decision.
And that's it. Yeah, just continue. But
yeah,
man. I think we covered almost everything. Thanks.
We covered everything.
Yeah. Thanks.
The fan corner. A long time I wouldn't talk about Liverpool.
I know. I like this just give me PTSD just talking about Manchester United. It's not the best. But thank you guys for supporting the pod. We had the Kotu Classic FPL podcast. Please check out Jollof Football Bantabar, home of Gambian football as always. We appreciate your support.
A lot of noise in Gambian football these days.
I'm sure there's a lot going on with the coaches.
By the way, did you see the documentary, Minty documentary on
I saw snippets of it on Twitter where he was being interviewed, and I think
check it on YouTube. It's really good. It's really good, man.
Yeah, that's who recorded it?
No, these people, the Premier League should do it, but those guys are Daily Dose. You remember the Daily Dose I was telling the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually the guy there is the one who's recorded the video, and Moduba is a journalist. I'm with them, so they are my guys. In the campaign, when we usually do our campaign.
That's good. I'll check it out.
who fix everything. Yeah, it's been really good, man. It's been really good. It's a touching story. It's been tough. We know Gambians. Most of us
Gambia is, yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
go through this thing. So it was really touching, and I think it's a motivation for many young Gambians out
I
there.
hope it
So
yeah, exactly. I
it's a
hope it
good,
sheds a light on Gambia and Gambian footballers,
yeah,
so they get the opportunities
yeah,
to
definitely,
get to that level. Yeah, he's an ambassador, man. He's an ambassador for all Gambian youth footballers. I want to
absolutely,
make it out
absolutely,
there. So
and
yeah,
a very very
yeah.
easygoing kid. So that's good.
Mm. All right, guys. Thank you again. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.